Casa Siciliano, episode number 2. How are you feeling this time?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you think episode number 1 went?
As good as it could go.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Like,
For an intro.
for an intro. And I feel like we got a comment. Like, someone commented
shout
on the
out.
short.
Yeah.
We just posted episode number 1. It was just yesterday. Like, we're
Yeah.
filming the day after.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Like, we actually added value to someone. And
Right. They were like, it hit. And I was like, this comment hit. Like,
legit-
thank you so much. You made like my day.
For anybody watching this episode, you legit you were like, okay, did you comment this? And I'm like, no, like the handle is like Bradley 682.
I was like, hey, like, was this you? And
Yeah.
and then I actually read the comment and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
good. That's nice.
it was really cool.
It's nice because not a lot of people, like a lot of people will watch it and very few will like it and even less will comment.
Right.
So to see that is just nice to be appreciated.
It was cool. It's getting reach. We got like as of now when episode 2 launched, like as of a day, we got like 32 subscribers. So
Yeah, it's nice.
not bad. So
Yeah.
we're going. So all right, episode 2, Casa Siciliano, Mike and Ari, right here. We are gonna conversate like we did last time, but we're gonna kind of centralize it to one topic.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to try to stay on topic.
We're going to try to stay on topic for one topic because we talked about 5 in episode 1.
Yes.
Just to give people a taste.
Yes.
Okay. So this is something that we've been going through, I would say the last 3 years or so, something that we've been realizing. And it's like, as we get older, our circle of friends gets smaller.
Yes.
And I think like on my side, you know, I was in student government. I was in sports. I was, best leader, voted best leader in for prom. Like those things, I always had so many friends. That to say, I always had so many friends. And I know you too. You were popular as well, right?
Yeah.
So, we were used to having a large circle
Yes.
of people around us. And as we get older now, we're realizing that that's not the case. And it's for a lot of different reasons. I kind of just took some notes because I wanted to tap into the 5 things that we're noticing is happening to us right now at this age in life, for this season, if you will.
Right.
So, number 1, I think both of us have realized is as we get older, time becomes scarce, right?
That's very true.
Time is a scarce resource. Like that's a real thing. And, we have work, right? We have businesses that we run and that takes up a lot of time. We had kids, first and foremost. We had kids, like we are in charge of these little lives.
Right.
Like we're responsible for their upbringing, and them growing up to be respected humans and good people and kind people. And it's a lot of responsibility there. We have pets, right? Like we have pets. And let's not forget our marriage,
Right.
right? So time is becoming scarce.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
I think that it's not just like it's our time too, but it's also like our friends. Like it's like, okay, yes, we'll be available like a Friday night, but like are our friends also available Friday night? So it's like not just one-sided. It's like, well, now we can hang out. Why can't you hang out? Because then it's their turn to be like, well, I could hang out Tuesday. Well, I can't Tuesday. So it's like it's very hard to get together when your friends also have lives that they're trying to manage and balance work, life, fun, kids, everything else. So everybody coming together for time to hang out is harder and harder the more responsibilities that you have. So
Right.
it's like,
Right. And that whole, what's that term? Work-life balance. Like where
Yeah.
does friends fit in there?
yeah,
Right.
but
It's not like
it is
work
like
friends
sad.
balance.
It is
Yeah.
sad to like go from, like carefree life to like responsibilities to then like feeling like you have no friends, but that's not really the case. It's like a combination of timing, like, and responsibilities. Like you have to balance it out, and it's easy to get sucked into it and be like, oh, well, like it's my friends don't have time, but it's not just that.
That people, as we get older, begin prioritizing emotional ties over like a quantity of connections.
That's very true.
So it's actually true, like, and that's because we become more conscious that time is limited.
Right.
So you feel that.
Yeah, I went from having a very large group of friends and little by little it dwindling down, and I can count on one hand like the people I would turn to if I needed them, and I can count probably on two fingers the people I know would pick up the phone if I needed them to. Like, that's how limited it's gotten.
Yeah.
Like, and it's sad, but it's hard because I would do anything for my friends.
Right.
So
You've always been a person that would do anything for your friends. Like,
Yes.
we even went through a season where like you prioritize your friends over me. Like,
Yes.
call a spade a spade.
I love you.
Like,
but
absolutely.
I would do anything for my friends. Like, I mean, there have been times where you were like, oh, I thought you weren't feeling good, but you're going to go do that for so-and-so. And
Right.
I'm like, yeah, because they need me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm willing to do whatever. Like, because I'm the kind of person who I literally, I cannot ask for help. I hate asking for help.
Right.
I hate asking for
too.
anybody to like give me a hand. I could be drowning and I'll be like, I'll figure this out on my
Yeah.
own before I ask for help.
100%.
So the way I see it is if someone's asking for help, like, I'm going to help you because I know how hard it would be for me to ask for help. Right. So then I see it like, if that was me, I would expect, like, I never ask you for anything. So when I ask you for something, like, I really hope that you're listening to me and that you're going to do this, because I'm not the kind of person to cry wolf. I don't ask for help. I don't ask for anything, like, ever. I mean,
No.
I don't ask for favors.
No, you really don't.
I don't.
So no, and I get that. And like, you know, going back to how passionate you are about your friends, there was the short story, the one time that, you know, you basically, you were very vocal about like, no, I'm going to choose this friendship.
Yeah.
And, you know, you always had their back, even when I was in a disagreement with them, like you always had their back, and
Yes.
that was your friend, right? Like
Yes.
that, you guys were like, you know, bros before hoes, but you guys are like hoes before bros, like in this
Yeah.
case. And that totally, and I totally felt that for a while. And then one day this friend,
Yeah.
basically called you out in front of the group and said, I'm going to
In front
prioritize
of the group. She was like, well, I would choose my family over
Yeah.
anybody and everybody. And I felt like at that moment internally, I was like, oh, I see you. All
Yeah.
right. That's where I drew the line. And I was like, from this moment on, you are outside of my circle.
But it wasn't even just her. Like, I feel like you said, you know what? I'm going to start prioritizing my family too.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a wake up call for
yes,
you in a good way.
I was like, all right, like if I considered her that close to me that I was willing to walk through fire and like
Yeah.
stand up for her.
Yeah.
How many other people am I putting priorities like on that are not really going to show up for me when I need them?
Right.
And the fact that she vocalized that, and like I was like, oh, wait a minute, like everybody isn't going to treat me the way I'm treating them.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
That's heavy.
I'm going to protect my circle first. And then like, I'm going to protect my friends that I see are doing for me what I do for them. And that makes it really hard because I know not everybody is going to love the same way. And your love language is always like, I'm going to treat you this way because I want to be loved this way.
Right.
And so when you're not, you're like, oh, well, then you must not love me. Well, then you must not care about me the way I care about you. Well,
Right.
then you must not prioritize this friendship. Like, and that's how I think I saw the world for so long that now I'm just like, it's a little bit of a letdown, but then it's like, well, maybe I should just not love them, not love as much because I expect too much.
Right.
So-
and be happy with like what you're doing now. Like, be happy with you and your immediate
Right.
circle, which is
I'm-
this household, like first and foremost. So
I think 2025 was a very hard year.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a lot of
yeah, you were going through it.
coming to Jesus moments. You know, it was a lot of like,
Absolutely.
oh, and I felt like maybe God is leading me down this path because he's trying to like clear me up for 2026. Like I'm supposed to go all in for Jesus and like more faith driven and like, and it's 2026 hit and I'm like, all right, balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna go all in on myself. Like I'm learning new language, I'm working out more, I'm prioritizing my kids, my
Your mental
family,
health.
my mental health.
Oh,
like
so important.
it's like 360. Like, okay, you know what? Like,
You know what, Ari?
let's work
Like,
on me first.
You know what? And I was just talking to a colleague about this today. It's like, put your oxygen mask on first because you can't help the people around you.
Right. And you and I have argued about this before.
Yeah, I know, because it's hard to do because that's not
yeah,
you.
like it's
but
not like,
but me, like this year, you're seeing it with me too. I'm
Yeah.
trying as well. Like I need to be healthy because then I'm a better husband to you. I'm a better father to the kids. I'm a better business owner for the staff. Like it's a domino effect. We have to take care of ourselves first.
yeah, it is true.
And let's not forget before we round it out and go to the next piece here, let's not forget science. I already said it once. You know, number 2, societal selectivity theory developed by Laura Carstensen. It says that as we age, we begin viewing time as finite. Like we know that there's an end and it's sad, but like that subconscious feeling of knowing causes us, I think, to naturally only prioritize relationships that are meaningful versus the quantity of people around us. I think that societal selectivity theory is causing us to do that. It's scientific. So, yeah.
yeah.
So, all right. I love this next one, and I know you will too. We're going to jam out on this for a second.
Yeah, guys, Michael has chosen the way, the road. I'm just on it.
Yeah, because it's like I'm trying to, for the podcast, like I'm trying to give us structure, right? As we
It's
talk
good.
about
Keep
all these
us on track.
Yeah, keep us on track. Like give us a structure, and then I want you to jam out on it.
Yeah.
Because I really think people are going to connect with you more than me, which is great. Like I love that, and I love
Okay.
you. So,
Aw.
and you look great today. You look so good.
Post Pilates.
Post
glow.
Pilates, dude. Like you're even wearing the Pilates
I
clothes
came
that you
straight
went
from
to Pilates in.
Yeah.
You look great. So all right. So number 2, standards begin to go up. Right. And this kind of plays off of the first one that we talked
Right.
about, but standards begin to go up. So we start looking for commonality, right? And people. So like there's a standard that we set, and that standard is our interests. So like faith-driven friends. Okay. For us, that's big. Looking for faith-driven friends, goal-oriented, people that have shared values as a whole, like non-drinkers maybe for you, and politics, right? Because that reduces the friction. And what you said in the first episode was we're open-minded, right? Drop a comment because we're open-minded. However, for me, this is me, and then I'll kick it back to you. For me, we did have a few sets of friends that we've shed a
That's
few
the
sets of
only
friends.
thing. It's
But
like-
but let me go why.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like I got tired of talking politics with people that didn't see it my way. I'll an acquaintance, I'll have a conversation with you about politics. There's no problem. Like you have your belief, I have mine, and we're going to respect each other.
Right.
But when you're hanging out with a group of friends and it's every other day that you're together and it's constantly a disagreement, right? Or an argument that seems friendly, but it's really not. It actually is. There is an underlying maliciousness behind it. Like it does get old, especially with politics. And then faith, like drinking, fine. Like you as a
I
non-drinker,
don't
you got to
drink,
learn
you
to deal with
drink.
that.
We get along.
We get along just fine. Like that one's a little bit easier because you can
Yeah.
still socialize. But like,
Yeah.
I think faith and politics, like it is kind of important that your circle, maybe not as much on the faith side.
As long as you agree on one of the two. I
Right,
think
right.
that
Once it's
there's a
both.
balance. It's when there's both, I feel like, well, where are our values aligning? Where are our morals aligning? Like we literally fundamentally like disagree. Like we're just two different people. Like at least if it's, like we believe in the same religion and we could just go without talking about politics because we know we're on different sides of the road on that. And it's respected on both sides. There's not like jabs or jokes
Right.
or, you know,
That's the underlying like maliciousness that I'm talking about.
right, right. Or like, I'm going to pick on you. Just don't bring this to my house when you're
Yes.
over here. Like, well, then don't teeter-totter with me either. Like, if you're expecting respect from me on this topic, then I'm going to demand respect too.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of the friction was in
friction.
previous relationships or friendships
Yeah, multiple,
or whatever.
not just one. Yeah, multiple
Right,
for us.
because it wasn't a respect of, you know, boundaries.
And what do you talk about? You know, like we talk a lot about faith now, me and you, like you and I, when we're together, and we talk a lot about politics. Like that's what we talk about. You know, like I
Yeah.
talk about business. Like if you're not in a business, it's going to be hard to, you know, we change.
Right. There's like, there has to be at least like two core, I think, like things that like you guys like to talk about. Like you have a few business partners
Yeah.
that don't align with you religion wise, but you can talk to them about
Absolutely.
business. You can talk to them about finance. You could talk to them about books that you guys read that are the same. Like there's a lot of
I love that, Ari. So
common.
would you call it the rule of two? Are you coining something like the rule of two major topics that you align on,
It just
or
makes it
interests or
easier.
hobbies?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
The rule
like,
of two. I love that.
There's like commonalities that like, okay, well, I can hang out with this person because I know they're going to tell me about some of the books that they've been reading.
Yes.
And we align on those topics. Like
Yes.
there's a lot of books that like you and your friends have all read that you guys could sit there and talk and discuss and like,
Yes.
you know, jam out on.
Yeah.
And then it's either add politics or add religion or add like, you know, hobbies that your kids are in or like something else that's like, okay, well, we have that and we have an addition to it. So it's not
Right.
like, okay, well, now what do we talk about? Because we can't talk about religion and we can't talk about politics and, you know.
And how good of a feeling is it like when you are with those friends, you know, not to be, you know, so negative throughout the whole episode, but like it's such a good feeling when we are with those friends that we align with.
It's just
Like
easy.
when you find, there shouldn't be friction. It should be
Yeah.
easy.
Right.
Correct.
Because then it's like, oh my God, did you hear that new song? It's like, you know, and we listen to like the Christian station or, oh my gosh, did you watch this show? Or like a lot of our core values are going to align. So we know we're going to like the same things. So
Yeah.
it just makes it easier. We don't have to tiptoe around the friendship, which makes it more tense,
Great
more
point.
like,
Great
you
point.
know.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So number 2 is standards go up, right? That's what we just said. So standards go up and, you know, you got to look for that commonality. And I think that gives you that emotional connection to tie into number 1. Cool. And then let's slide into a third reason. Okay.
Okay.
I like this one. People mature at different speeds.
That's very true.
It's
you
so
are
true.
You are very mature.
Yeah.
I feel like I like
Like when I met you, like you talking about you and I? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Talk about it, sister. I know what you're talking about.
I'm a little older than you.
Yeah.
But I feel like and even with my sisters, like I feel like they're a little bit more mature than I am. I feel like my emotional maturity is like up there, but like I feel like I have a younger soul. Like I am very
100%.
I don't want to get old. Like, so I'm holding on to like, and I feel like a lot of people might think that's like, that they don't know. It's hard to get to know me. Like surface level, I'm very fun and bubbly, but it's very hard for me to let people into my like emotional side and like
Yes.
get very close to me where like I trust you. There's a limited amount of people that I trust, like my friends, like very few, like probably
Right.
like 3 or 4 friends that you know that I've known for, you know, like about 10 years plus. And that's like it, because it's very hard for me to get close to people. And I feel like it's hard too because people like get to know me just like surface level and judge me off of that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't like me. You don't even know me.
Right.
You don't have personality like,
yes.
you know, privileges yet. Like you don't know me. Like this is just surface level, small talk.
Right.
And you think you know me, but you don't.
Yeah,
Like,
but you have no idea.
Now I don't like you.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
you will never get personality privileges.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, you kind of touched everything. Like, you know, at a young age, 25 years old, right
The
before
doors open at that point.
yeah, like right before I met you, like I was
Yeah.
I was partying a lot.
Right.
I was partying a lot. And like I met you and I was already goal oriented. I was I already had a business. We had American made
When
vodka.
I met you, your vibe was like business and
Yeah.
mature. Like
100%. I already had a company, American Made Vodka. You know, I was just kind of stepping into understanding marketing and programmatic marketing, and that's what we built our lives on now. So yeah, I was a little ahead, and you still like to shop a lot, like spend quite a bit of money shopping. Like you were into
I
that.
know.
You were less of a partier than me, I will say that. Like that was cool.
I
But
did like going out, but I liked going out because I liked hanging out with my friends.
you like to socialize.
I love my friends.
Your quantity of friends was a lot. Like
Yes,
you
like,
prioritized quantity
I
over
was
quality.
a girly girl, girls girl. Like
Yeah.
I want to go and dance and hang out with my friends. Like I loved doing things with them. Like they just brought joy to my life.
Yes.
So I think that's one of the main reasons. Like it was almost like part of my personality
Right.
was having a girls like circle.
Right.
And so like getting
But you were always
older,
Queen Bee too.
It was just
You were always Queen Bee.
I
feel
liked
like
bringing people together. You know
Yeah.
what? Like
You're a
that's
great connector.
yes, like I was always the person. I didn't want to have anybody feel left out. I was
Right.
always like, come hang out, let's go. Like, oh, do you know so and so, so and so? Do you know so and so, so and so? Do you know so and so? And so I guess the older that I've gotten, it went from being like the connector to being like more like I went from like the one who didn't ever want to have anybody feel left out to being sort of feeling like left out.
Yeah.
And it's like that it circles back to like standards and timing and all of that. So I know it's not like targeted, but it feels like that because I was always the one who went out of my way to make sure that everyone felt included.
Right.
And so that's why I guess you can say that like the Queen Bee, because I always made sure that my friends felt connected. Like
Yeah.
like even now, like I will reach out to like my friends, hey, how are you doing? Like I miss you. I want to see you. I want to hang out with you. Like it's just for connection. Like, hey, you're not forgotten. I know life is busy, but I'm here for you and I love you and I miss you. Like
Right.
that goes a long way to me because I know how busy life gets. Like I know you don't have time to shoot me a text, but like, no, I'm thinking about you.
Yeah, and I think you're hyper aware to, you know, again, you're a mom now. You have kids. You have dogs. You have rabbits. You have me. Like
Yeah.
you have to take care of yourself with your own oxygen mask first before you
Yeah.
can be a good mom.
Yeah.
Like there's so much more on your plate. Like you're helping out at the
100%,
agency. Like
yeah.
there's so much more on your plate. I think you have empathy towards your friends for not
Yes.
reciprocating, but I get it. I think you're going through it with kind of like accepting that as you get older, like scientifically, like our circle gets smaller. It's science. Like it's not, I don't think it's anybody being malicious towards us and it's not us being malicious towards them. It's values that don't align, right? It's us understanding that time is limited, time is finite.
Right. Like there's no time to waste on being sad or upset. Like,
Right.
sorry. Like,
There's not.
all right, you can't reciprocate like in a way that I think I should be reciprocated because I'm willing to pour this much into you and you
Right.
can't pour back into me. I'm fine with
Remember
that.
the parties that we would throw? Like we threw
Yes.
parties. Like we spent thousands of dollars on having people
Mm-hmm.
over. Like that didn't, we noticed they didn't want to be there. Right.
That was one of our big
That was one of our big things. Like that we noticed that they didn't want to be there. And it's like, we're spending not only monetary resources,
it's not
but
that
emotional
we realized
resources.
they didn't want to be there because they would show up, but it was like the feeling of, do you really want to come or do you want to go do something else? Like, don't do me any favors. And that's what we started feeling like people were doing us favors because they would show up late or it's out of respect. Like
Right.
it was like you would show up late, or you were like, oh well, I can. Certain people would be like, I can go for half the party and then I have to go to another party. Like
Yeah,
no,
it's like, don't do us a favor.
Don't come here
Right.
out of guilt.
Right.
Just don't come.
Man, and I think that was another wake up call, right? For us, it was just kind of like once we understood that, and we were like, man, I really don't want to go out of my way. Like we just wanted everybody to have a good time and hang
Yeah,
out with us.
like
if
don't.
if you're not gonna have a good time,
Yeah, like
We're good.
once we heard that, I think it was only once.
Yeah.
We heard it once and we were like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
do other people feel this way? Like,
Yeah.
don't go out of your way. Like,
Right.
we have plenty of people around us that we can invite, that we limit ourselves to because we have you. So
Right.
if you don't come, we can extend that invitation to other people.
Right.
You know, so it's like, don't do us any favors. Like,
Right.
we're not here for that.
right?
But like, I love you and I'll respect you if you can't come. Like,
Right,
I'm
it's
not
totally
gonna love you
fine.
any less,
It's totally fine.
but don't do me any favors.
Exactly.
And that's where it's like, I'm sure a lot of people feel like they might be in a place where it's like, well, I'm stuck here, or I've been friends with them for so long and I can't like step to the side. Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
respectfully, do it respectfully. And I'm sure they would appreciate it a lot more than you giving them, you know, like less than they deserve.
Yeah, like-
just give them honesty and like
Time is scarce,
time is scarce, you know,
And-
you know it and I know it and I'm sure
and
everybody
they know
else
it,
knows
and they know it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that was a big part of it. But all right, so kind of charging on. This one's gonna hit heavy, okay? Because I think we've all gone through this one.
Yeah.
As you get older,
Mm-hmm.
you stop confusing history
Mm-hmm.
with connection. So just because you've known someone a long time or you've been friends with them for a long
Right,
time,
right.
that doesn't mean that they add value to you or that you bring each other enjoyment. And the minute you understand that and you're able to now shift your priorities,
Yeah.
man, like we've done that. I found happiness.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what are your thoughts? I mean, you stop confusing history with connection. I know you have longtime friends still.
Yeah.
And you guys stay close, and that's great because your values aligned, right?
Right.
Like you have that connection with
Yes.
them. So yeah, absolutely.
I've seen it on the other side too. I've
Right.
seen friends of mine choose connections, and I feel like connections based off clout, I want to say. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even want to say that, but that's the way it is. They chose people they thought would have
would bring them value, but like in other ways, like that, not
I
of
don't even know how to
substance.
explain it.
Like
You
not
know
value
exactly
of
what I'm talking
substance.
about.
I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Like they're gonna bring you not necessarily enjoyment, but some sort of gain.
Yes,
They're
a
gonna bring
gain.
you a gain, whether
Yes.
it's a social gain, whether it's a
Yeah,
monetary
right.
gain, and you start prioritizing these individuals, and you lose
over history,
over-
over friend. Like, growing an old friend takes time and effort, and I
Right.
feel like it's a lot of work. It's like you have to water your friends, you have to devote time to them, you have to pour fertilizer, make sure that you're growing them properly, right? Like the
same
same
way
like it's
with your kids in
very-
marriage.
Yeah,
It
right.
is.
It is. It's like, don't waste your time on something you don't want, you know? So it's like, I'm not going to go to the store and buy a plant that I don't want to grow.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, if I choose you, it's because I'm willing to invest time in you and I want us to be friends and I'm going to cherish you and I'm going to like, you know, like, so it's like when this whole situation went down, I was like, oh, okay, you're choosing that person over something that, like,
Yeah.
you didn't have my back. And like, I would have done, like I told you, like, I'm a girl's girl. Like, if you need me, I would be there. I will bend over backwards. I will get you. I will have your back. And so when I saw someone not have my back in that situation, I was like, all right, well, it was nice knowing you. Like, I'm a Capricorn, and like, I know a lot of people might not read into the signs, but one of the things, it's like, I am either all in for you or I will cut you off before you even knew what happened. It's like, bye.
Yes.
You know, like,
Yes.
cold hard. Like,
Yes.
I will go
I-
from loving you from now till infinity to,
I've seen
What
you-
was your
I've
name?
seen
I
you do
don't
it. I've
know
seen
you.
you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not a Capricorn, but like I feel like I can do that as well. But you are the queen of
yeah,
the
like,
queen of the
when
cut.
I turn it off, it's kind of scary. Like, I
I've seen it. You go blank. There's absolutely
Yeah.
no connection, no
It's
emotion.
like,
I'm like,
it's like I flushed
whoa,
the toilet. Like,
yeah.
it's gone. It's
Yeah.
down the drain. It's history. I will never see it again. Like, it's,
And I think it too, though, like, let's not forget, okay, it's not what your friends can do for you. It's like also like what we can do for our friends and where we can add value.
100%,
And
like-
so I think me and you are very hyper focused of that. Like, if we are going to invest our time, right?
Yeah.
Time is scarce. We keep saying it throughout this episode.
Yeah.
Like, if we are going to invest our time, like, let's do it wisely and let's add value to our friends. Right.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I think that's another reason why I have a hard time getting close to people, because it's like I don't have time and energy. I don't have the energy to be a good friend
Right.
to a lot of people anymore. Like, I'm not that person anymore.
But it's science. Like,
Right.
It's not even that. Like, I really think that it's science. And like, so to kind of round this out, like, what are your thoughts on us we have a smaller group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
We're not looking to have a ton of friends. If you want to be our friend though, drop a comment, no problem there. Like, but what are your thoughts on that? For me, I'll start, and I'll let you finish it. I'm okay with it. I love it. Like, I don't have time. I honestly don't have time to invest in a friendship. And that's not fair to the people that I might onboard as a friend or who might
Right.
onboard me.
Right.
I just know the time's not there and my time is spent with my business partners. And honestly, like, they are my friends, so much align. So that's my circle right now. I'm okay with it. I understand time is finite. And I understand time is scarce. I understand my standards went up. I understand people mature at different speeds. Like, I am feeling that and understanding it and comprehending it. How do you feel?
Yeah, like, I definitely feel like friendships are two-way streets, and you shouldn't open the door to something you're not willing to entertain. And that makes it really hard to be friends with someone, to be like, yeah, I'll meet you for coffee, because that's like someone wanting a friendship in return. And so, like, I have some mom friends that I'm like, I would love to like invite out for coffee just to have like a super superficial relationship, but it's not fair, because if they want more, I can't give that, especially not right now. This year I'm focusing on me. It's going to be,
You're putting your oxygen mask on
yeah,
first.
like, this is going to be a year of growth for me. I am determined. I'm going to be the CEO of like Ari Incorporated. Like, I want to do so much this year for like everything. Like, I want to learn more. I want to like be more fit, and like I want to mental health. Like, there's so much, like religion. Like, I want to feed my soul before I can pour out into other people, and this year is going to be designated for that. So like I was saying, like, I want to reach out. Like, there's so many moms at school that I would be friends with. I just can't.
Right.
Because I know it's a two-way street, and I don't want to be selfish.
And honestly, that is maturity. Like, that is maturing. And I
Yeah.
think that is the most respectful thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Let me leave us here with two just kind of quick pieces of scripture. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one that I found interesting and very relevant to this episode was walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. And that's Proverbs 13:20 for anybody that wants to check it out.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
walk with the wise and become wise. That's basically
Right,
like
right.
you are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
We've heard that many times.
Many times.
Okay. And
Yep.
and that goes perfectly with everything we discussed so
Mm-hmm.
far with each other is like, time is scarce. Like, people that have common values, people mature at different speeds, like, stop confusing history with connection. Like,
But it's also like up to you.
Yeah.
Like, who you surround yourself with, like, that is
it's your choice.
you feeding your
Yes,
future.
yes.
Like, choose who you want to be around with. And I know it's hard, because sometimes like so and so is funny, but they're not going in the direction in life that you want to go in, and it's hard to cut ties. Just feed it less and be respectful of their time too. Don't like, pull them along and make them think, until you find someone better.
Yeah.
And then cut ties, because
not
that's
fair.
not fair. And you have
And
to
we've been
be
on both.
fair.
We've been on both ends of that, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been the tie cutter, and
Yeah.
and we've had
I
our
just
ties
don't think
cut.
that it's fair to string people along until you find someone better.
Absolutely. The second one I want to share is better is a neighbor who is near than a brother who is far away. And again, that's Proverbs 27:10.
That has to be like, I mean, that is amazing.
It's
like,
hitting, right?
yeah, like that is like, oh my gosh.
Better is a
That hits
neighbor
home
who
because-
is near
Yes.
than a brother who is far away. So
Yes.
you can, and that, I think that one really ties into like, you stop confusing history with connection.
Right,
like that,
right.
there is a piece of that in there where it's
Right,
like,
right.
you know, the brother, the connection that you had is now far away. Okay. Just because you had history
Right.
with them,
Yeah.
don't confuse history with connection.
Right. 100%. And that, you know, again, like I really feel that because I'm at a place in my life where I've had to make real evaluations of my relationships.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, okay, who's really showing up for me when I go dark? And not dark because when I need to self-reflect, I pull away and I literally have to be by myself to figure out like what I want to do and what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. So who's checking in on me when they don't hear from me?
Right.
Like who's checking in on me when, you know, like I've gone MIA, and it's very few.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you know, like that kind of shows you like who's my neighbor and who's my far away.
It's like what you said last episode for something
brother.
different. And it's like you said, the silence is loud.
Yes.
And that applies here as well.
Right.
Right.
And
It's-
you have,
it's
and it goes
deafening.
both ways.
Yes.
And
Cool.
that's why I do check in on my friends. Like when I don't hear from them, I'm like, hey, you know, like
Yeah.
miss you, like because you never know what they're going through.
Yeah. No. Understood. Well said. Well put. So yeah, like I love that we got to talk about this, and I'm sure we can go even more in depth on this topic in future episodes. Casa Siciliano, you know, the first few episodes are going to be a pilot. I think we're hitting our stride here. Like,
Yeah.
we're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it with you.
Yeah.
Um,
It's kind of like we're just hanging out and
we're talking as if we were driving home, like
Right.
from a far dinner that we drove to. So
Yeah,
like,
right.
yeah, man, I'm really enjoying this with you. You know, if you guys are liking this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Okay. The more reach we can get, the more motivated we're going to be to add value. Like that one comment on the short, like that hit, we were like, let's go. Complete stranger was into this. So please,
yeah,
like,
it's just nice.
yeah, it's just nice and we enjoy doing it. So yeah, I'm Mike
And Ari.
and Ari. Thank you so much for joining us. Episode 2, Casa Siciliano. We're going to catch up with you guys on another episode soon. Peace.
Arrivederci.